All right, guys, stocks are not looking so pretty right now, and SoFi stock is selling off, which obviously you guys saw the title. We have to break that down in this video, and I also want to go over why SoFi is selling off. It really ties into the overall stock market, Jerome Powell, and his speech that he gave literally just now. We have to break down everything in this video, guys, so hit the like button, make sure to subscribe, and don't forget to join the mailing list. It's free. I'm sending you guys my top 3 stocks every single Monday, and I actually just sent out an email this morning. That's linked down below and pinned in the comment section, guys. And again, like I said, it's free. And with that being said, let me reach over here, get the water for you guys. Cheers, and let's dive right into the video. So check it out. It's currently about 2:30 p.m. on the East Coast. You're probably watching this when the markets are closed, but check it out. All the indexes are selling off. The Russell's down 0.6%, which I think earlier in my previous update, it was up 0.5%. So we erased all those gains and some, guys. Now we're actually leading the losses. Actually, no, we're not. The Dow's leading the losses, down 0.63%. S&P's down 0.3%, and the Nasdaq's down about 0.5% as the VIX is creeping up 1.4% in the green. And SoFi's down about 1.5%, trading at about $7.85, down 10 cents so far on the day. And it's pretty obvious that SoFi started to break out in the morning, and we got rejected at the high from Friday, which the intraday high on Friday was at $8 and I think 10 cents. You guys see it right there, $8.10. We hit that point this morning, clear-cut rejection, and now we're trying to actually hold right here, which this is a big level of support, not only from today in the pre-market at about 785, but also that was the low of the day, the intraday low from Friday. We hit 785, then we rallied into close. We closed just shy of $8 per share on Friday. So we're chopping around in this channel here, guys, with resistance at about 805, 810 on SoFi, and support at about $7.80, $7.85. And check it out. I mean, look, for those of you guys that think technicals are a bunch of BS, you can see we're chopping around literally right at the support, and we're actually starting to get a bit of a pop here. We'll see if that sustains itself over the next hour, hour and a half of trading that we have left today. But that's kind of what we're looking like right now on SoFi stock. And on the 5-day, 5-minute, you guys can see if I extend this drawing to the left, this also was resistance, $7.85 for a good chunk of last week. So the fact that we broke out of that on Friday, that's a very good sign. SoFi, like I said, got to 810. We obliterated that resistance, and now we're holding it as support. That's a pretty good sign. We have to see again if we actually get a bounce off this level, which we haven't yet got the confirmation of that. As of now, at least as of now, guys. But yeah, that's what we're noticing in the very short term here. And on the 20-day chart, we're battling right by the moving averages right now. On the 1-hour chart here, you guys see it. We're pretty much sandwiched in between both the 50 and the 180 SMAs. That's going to be an interesting spot moving forward here on SoFi, guys. Watching that very closely. And if I pull up the 4-hour chart, let me show you guys this. Then we'll talk about the Fed a little bit. Jerome Powell, what's going on? We're still battling at 785, which has been the story here for a couple of days, which you guys know that was the double top resistance. In July, we hit that once. Then I think early August, end of July, we hit it again. So it is imperative for SoFi to get out of here, start pushing 8 plus again, 825, quite frankly. And then from there, that's where we could get the full-on breakout, which I'm still hopeful for, considering the fact that we're still well above the 180 SMA here on the 4-hour chart. The bulls are still clearly in charge. You guys see that right here. All we have to do now is wait for that confirmation above $8, $8.25, $8.50, which with SoFi stock, you guys know sometimes it's like watching paint dry, right? Looking at the stock. But eventually, hopefully, we get that move. What do you guys think? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Now let's break down what Jerome Powell said. But first, don't forget to get up to 15 free stocks for a Moo. It's free money, guys, with at least a $100 deposit, which then later you can take out that money and keep all your free stocks. And your uninvested cash for now will earn up to 8.1%. APY, which today actually might be the last day for that deal. Check out the link down below or go to stocksurfest.com/moo. Get your money, guys. I appreciate you all as always, as that is an affiliate link and it helps out the channel. So let's talk about Jerome Powell. So Powell indicates further rate cuts, but insists the Fed is not on any preset course. So, they're going to be data dependent, like he always says, right? And there's Jerome Powell. I think this was on the 18th when he held a press conference in Washington, D.C. So if we come up here a little bit, Fed Chairman Jerome Powell said Monday that the recent 0.5 percentage point interest rate cut shouldn't be interpreted as a sign that future moves will be as aggressive. So probably a 25 basis point cut is what we're looking at next time around, maybe after that as well. I think we're only getting another 50 basis points of a cut this year. I think that's what's projected. And yeah, I mean, some would say that he should have done a cut of 25 basis points, a month or two ago, then hit us with another 25, but he went all in with that 50 right off the bat, which was the biggest cut since the global financial crisis of 2008. And instead, the central bank chief asserted during a speech in Nashville, he and his colleagues will seek a balance bringing down inflation while supporting the labor market and let the data guide future moves, which we've heard that millions of times, guys. If I had $1 for every time he said that, I would be a freaking billionaire at this point, right? He said, looking forward, if the economy evolves broadly as expected, policy will move over time toward a more neutral stance, but we are not on any preset course. The risks are two-sided, and we will continue to make our decisions meeting by meeting. He's towing that line. He's like, all right, I want to keep the labor market stable, but I also don't want inflation to run rampant like it did a couple of years ago, right? And some people will still say, which inflation is still pretty hot. I don't know if you believe that government number, but a lot of people, are saying it's a lot higher than what they're, saying, what the CPI is showing, which I tend to agree with that. We're not going to get too deep into that in this video, but let's see. This is not a committee that feels like that, or rather it's in a hurry to cut rates quickly. He said during the Q&A, if the economy performs as expected, that would mean, to more rate cuts this year, a total of 50 basis points or more. Okay, there we go. I just said that earlier in this video. And yeah, guys, pretty much maybe the market is selling off on, it wants more rate cuts, most likely, the stock market, right? So the fact that we didn't get a definitive, yes, we're going to get another rate cut here, another rate cut here, and how many basis points of a cut it would be. Maybe that's why we're selling off a bit in the markets, right? Let's see here. Addressing the decision, Powell said it reflected policymakers' belief that it was time for a recalibration of policy that better reflected current conditions, yada, 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 yada. But yeah, that's pretty much it. A lot of the same, guys, a lot of the same. He did speak a little bit about housing. Powell said he believes the data will eventually catch up with easing prices for rent renewals. Housing services inflation continues to decline, but sluggishly, he said. The growth rate in rents charged to new tenants remains low. As long as that remains the case, housing services inflation will continue to decline. Broader economic conditions also set the table for further disinflation. So, yeah, nothing, out of the ordinary. Maybe the market, again, is selling off because of not knowing 100% of what Powell is going to do. But, I mean, guys, that's been the case for quite some time. Nobody really knows what Powell's going to do. Heck, Powell doesn't even know what Powell's going to do. Everything's uncertain. That's what you guys have to realize. The economy is ever changing. Every month, things are different pretty much. We're getting curveballs left and right. So, yeah, that's a quick breakdown of what is going on right now with that and SoFi stock. And just in general, SoFi is being dragged down because the entire stock market is selling off. That's the reality of the matter. So, guys, what do you think? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Run the likes up. Make sure to subscribe. And don't forget to check out the Patreon if you want to be a part of my Patreon portfolio where I'm building and buying stocks every single week. I show you guys full transparency what's going down in that portfolio. There's a Discord chat. I'm posting posts, charts, and ideas throughout the week. Check it out. Link down below. And with that being said, cheers. I'll catch you guys in the next video.